Another very special Harcourts Rata and Co auction here at number 3 Burbank Drive in Reservoir. My name is Robert Ozzimo. I proudly represent the company of Harcourts Rata and Co. And I'm joined here today by some of my award-winning colleagues in blue. Should you require the George and of course Mr. Joel Viavattene, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of becoming acquainted with throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you the following announcements which are in place to help you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that remain available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for a 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in a flexible 30 to 60 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, quite a straightforward contract. Everything is in there. Everything is quite clear. So buyers, it's with my highest recommendation what we offer for your competition and consideration here today. What a great opportunity here in Burbank Drive. The perfect package for a first home buyer, the perfect package for an investor, the perfect package for you and your family to secure not only a great lifestyle but security through capital growth. And capital growth is built by infrastructure, and the infrastructure that surrounds us makes it such an important decision for you today, such an easy decision for you today. Easy access to a number of transport routes not far at all from Keon Park Station. Easy access to the Western Ring Road, providing simple access into the city. Plenty of shopping options, plenty of parkland in the surrounding streets, and of course easy access to good quality schools, both primary and secondary. The property itself, it's one of those homes that when you walk through the door, you sense the love and the memories that have been created here at 3 Burbank Drive, and you can start to envision making those very same memories for yourself. And those memories start with one distinct one today, that is getting the sold sticker up on the board. So if you'd like to make this natural light filled home your very own, right now buyers, is the time to reserve that right. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for number 3 Burbank Drive? Who'd like to start us off, buyers? I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. Appreciate the moment to catch my breath. I'll give you a moment to consider the strategy to employ here today. But I will say, it's always important to start from a position of strength. This is your opportunity, buyers, to mark your territory, to stake your claim, to show every other potential buyer here today that the keys do belong to you. You've got the opportunity to take control of these proceedings, buyers. Where do I see you start? I don't mind the call. In your hands.
670, Rob.
At 670,000, a fair start, and we'll go at 670. At 670,000, fairly been offered now at 670 the bid. At 670,000, there's the competition, the opportunity with you all. At 670,000, fairly been offered now at 670 the bid. At 670,000, once at 670. I'm not taking 5, sir. I'll take the 10. I'll work with you at there, at 680,000. Perhaps round me off to 7, sir. At 680,000, the bid's there now against you. At 680,000, same courtesy at 10 if you like, but 20 is better. At 90 now, and round me off to 7. At 690,000, fairly been offered now, 690 the bid. At 690 the bid. At 690,000. At 10 now, 700, even money at that. At 700, don't let it scare you off, sir. It's just a round number. At 710 now. At 710,000 now, and 20 it's got to be. At 710 I have. At 710 the bid. At 710 the bid's here, my left, your right. Opportunity with you. At 10 now. At 710,000 once. At 710 are we done? At 20 now, welcome back at 20. At 720,000, she's taken the decision out of your hands, sir. 30. At 30. At 730,000, the quick retort there. At 730, quick bidding shows value. At 630,000. At 630,000, fairly been of it. 730. I was trying to give you a discount, sir. At 730,000. At 730 now. At 730,000, fairly been offered. At 730 the bid. At 730,000, bid there against you at 30. Make it 40 in the rise. At 730 now. Once at 730, we done. At 730,000 twice. At 730, are we done? Finished. at 40. Welcome, man. Best of luck here today at 40 in this fresh bid in here at 740,000. At 740,000 now, fairly been offered. 740 the bid at 740,000. Got to be 50 in the rise. At 740 I have. At 740,000, 740 the bid. Bid here at 740 once at 740,000. All done. Twice at 740,000. Done. Finished. At 50, welcome, sir, 750,000. At 750, and I'll tell you what, sir, puts the keys in your pocket for now. At 750,000, man, we're on the market, we're selling, I'm not going inside. If you've come to buy, you need to show me now. At 750, the bid's there. There's no further bidding, he will be buying. At 750,000, we're on the market. We sell away here today. If there's no further bidding, the keys will remain here at 750,000. If you're waiting for me to go inside to seek instructions for a halftime break, there will be no halftime break here today. We're on the market and selling, so if you've come to buy, you must show me now or forever hold your peace. At 755 now, at 755. At 755, and the bid's back here at 55. At 755,000. Same courtesy at 5, sir, if you like. At 755, bids behind, opportunity in front. At 755. At 755,000, fairly been offered. We do sell here today at 760 now. At 760,000. At 760 the bid, and the bid's here now. 760 at 760,000, 61. Why not at 61? At 761, brick by brick, we'll go at 2 now. 762 at 762. Same courtesy again, sir, if you like. The one if you've got it at 765, and that's better at 65, perhaps 70 in the rise. At 765,000, fairly been offered at 66, and I'll take the one again and ask him for 70 Lou. At 766, at 766 the bid. We're on the market. We sell. We play for keeps. No second chances here today. At 766,000, bids there. Keys are there. We're selling once at 766. Are we done? At 767 now. How about 70 in the rise, man? At 767 the bid's there. At 780, welcome, coming into the bidding with style. At 780,000. At 780,000, fresh bidding here at 780. At 780,000, fairly been offered. Welcome and best of luck here today. At 780,000, fairly been offered now. 780 the bid. At 780,000, fairly been offered at 780. Again, we play for keeps. We're on the market. We sell. 780 the bid. Once at 780. Are we done? Twice at 780,000. Done. Finished. Third. 81. 81. I thought you'd be back, sir. I just had a feeling we weren't done just yet. At 81 now. At 800,000, and a great bid at that. 800,000, even money at 8. At 800,000 now. At 800 the bid. The bid's there. The keys are there. We're on the market. We sell. Don't let it scare you off, man. It's just a round number. At 800,000 now. At 800,000, as I said, it's just a round number. Shouldn't scare you off if you're here to buy. At 800,000, fairly bid and offered now. At 800 the bid. Even money at 8. At 800,000. First call at 800,000. Are we done? Second call, $800,000 the bid. Are we done? Finished. Third, final call, 800,000.
810, Rob.
At 810,000. Where was that with you, sir? 810, best of luck, thank you, and welcome here today at 810,000. At 810 and the bid's back there at 810,000. Sir, you bid so big so far. You almost had it 811 now. At 811 the bid. At 811,000, the bid's back there at 811. Can I say 20 in the rise? At 811,000, the bid's there. 815, I'll take the 15 at 815 and put you back ahead at 15, keys in your pocket. At 815,000. At 815,000, sir, the bid's there, the keys are there. If there's no further bidding, we'll sell it at 815. At 815,000. 820 now. At 82 makes 820 at 82. At 820,000. At 820,000, the bid's back there now. 800. Are you sure, sir? Just a little spurt at the end. If you're going to come in late, make it count. At 820,000, the bid's there. At 820 the bid. At 820,000. First call at 820. Are we done? Second call, 820,000. Done. Finished. Third, final call, $820,000 the bid. Are we all done? Are we all finished? Silent, out at 820,000. Ma'am, are we done over here? You're definitely done. Thank you very much for your bidding here today. Lou on the phone, are we done? We're done. Thank you very much for their bidding here today at 820,000. We're done here at 820. No bids here at 820,000, sir. 820 about to sell. At 820,000? 21. At 21. I thought you'd be back, sir, at 821. At 821,000, we're back there now at 821. At 821,000, fairly been offered. 821,000. Opportunity back with you, but the keys are there as it stands at 821,000. I need to know now at 821. At 821,000, fairly been offered at 821 the bid. At 821,000, bids there, keys are there. We're selling once at 821. Are we done? Twice
22.
At 22, and welcome back at 22. At 23, at 823, at 823,000. Might take a big bid to break the gridlock here today. At 823, bids behind, opportunity in front. At 23 I have, sir. Say 24?
24.
At 24, at 824 now, at 824,000, at 824 and the bid's back there, 24, 25 will get you back in front, 30 might buy it, at 824,000, at 824,000, fairly been offered, bids here on the phone at 24, at 824 the bid, at 824,000 for the first call at 824, are we all done? Second call, 824 the bid, done, finished. For the third and final call at $824,000 the bid, all done, all finished at 25 now, and welcome back again at 25. Say 30, sir, why not? Leave it all on the table, walk away knowing you've got the keys or knowing you gave it your absolute best, but don't walk away with regret. At 825,000, the bid's there, the keys are there, opportunity with you at 825. He's off the phone, so it's a good sign. At 825 now, fairly been offered once at 825,000. We're selling twice at 825. Done, finished. Third, final call at $825,000 the bid. Are we all done? Are we finished? Silent, out at 825. We're definitely done here. Sir, do I have your absolute best here today?
Yep.
Thank you very much for your bidding here today at 825. Yep. Need to know, you definitely, are you absolutely sure? What about 825 and a half? Will that get you back in? Definitely done. Thank you very much for your spirited bidding here today. So they tell me they're all out at 825. Keys are with you now at $825,000 the bid. About to sell. If you've come to buy, show me now at 825. We're selling for the first call at 825,000. Are we done? Second call, 825 the bid. Done, finished. For the third and final call at 825,000, all done, all finished, all silent and out at 825. Absolutely sure? We're sure here. We're selling. Yes or no? A little bit of a conversation going on there, Ange. Just get confirmation, definitely out. At 825, first, second, third, final call. Done, finished, silent and out. We're selling. Lost my voice there. Selling, selling, sold. Congratulations, well bid. Please join me in congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts